If you do not know how to read candlesticks, then you don't know how to read price action. And if you don't know how to read price action, then you're guessing. So a candlestick is a visual way to see what price is doing in a specific time period. So candlesticks happen on all time frames. It shows you where the price opened, where it closed, the high, and the lows. We're gonna jump right into the charts. I'm gonna give you guys some examples so you guys can read this. It's very important if you're a trader to understand how candlesticks actually work. Listen, when I first started trading, I did not know anything about candlesticks. And I jumped into the trading, day trading. We talking scalping. And I did not know how to use candlesticks. I was pretty much guessing. And to be honest, that is not how you want to do things. You want to understand how price works so you can understand what's going on behind the charts, where the price is headed, and where the price can reject from. You will learn those things today just by understanding how to read candlesticks. All right, you guys, I want to go ahead and break down how to read these candles. This here is a daily candle. We're going to start here. As you can see, this candle is red. What does red mean when you see a candle? It means sellers is in control. The price opened up here at this $5 and it closed here at $4. It opened high and it closed low, so the candle turned red. This here is a daily candle. We're going to call this a daily candle, but understand this can happen on any time frame. All right, so let's just go ahead. The top of the candle here is the high. This here is the low. This here is the candle, the close, and this here is the open. So what this telling you, the price came up to $6. It got pushed back down all the way to $3. And by the end of the day, it closed at $4. So the sellers took control and it turned red. These wicks are very important when it comes to reading candles. The wicks tells you where the buyers and sellers are at. All right. So the name of the game when it comes to stocks is buy low and sell high. So anytime you see wicks at the bottom, this here is where the buyer stepped in at. The buyer stepped in here when the price came to 3. Buyer stepped in, pushed that price up, pushed it all the way up to $6. Seller stepped in here, pushed that price back down. They had a fight. End of the day, looks like sellers won and closed the price here. Because it opened up here. At the beginning of the day, it opened here. End of the day, it was here. Now, I want to go ahead and show you guys a buyer's candle. The buyer's candle is exact same thing, but it's flipped around. So the price opened at $4 and it closed at $5. So the price, when the stock opened up this morning, it was $4. By the time the stock market closed, it was at $5. The lowest it got for that day is $3. The highest it got for the day is $6. This here is where the buyer stepped in and didn't let the price go no lower. This here is where the seller stepped in and pushed that price down. So this is called the wick. This here is called the body. So these things are very important when it comes to reading candles. It's going to show you where buyers and sellers are. It'll help you from not getting into a stock or a trade at the wrong entry. All right. The next thing I want to do is go over the different types of candles. There are 3 different types of candles that I want you guys to pay attention to. One is called a strength candle. So we're going to remove this. So what does a strength candle look like? A strength candle looks like this. It has no wicks at the top. It shows no sellers stepped in. It shows buyers stepped in here and they pushed the price up. Sellers didn't get a chance to push the price down within that time frame. So if you see a candle with a very large body, no upper wicks, that is a strength candle. And it can work the opposite way. It's a strength bullish candle. So you can have a strength bearish candle. So that will look more like this. this will be. And this will be red. Let's go ahead and remove this as well. I should have moved it up here. So this is where the price closed at. So you will see this here is a strength candle. There is no wicks at the bottom showing that buyers stepped in. This is a strength candle when it comes to sellers. So understand strength candles. Strength candles have no wicks for the opposing side. They usually have a wick on the opposite side. You may even see a strength candle that looks just like this. Barely any wick. So these are strength candles when you see big candles, full candles, no sellers or no buyers in control, no wicks. All right. So strength candles is something you guys want to pay attention to. The other one is indecision candles. Indecision candles looks like this. They show open. Let's go ahead and put our opening highs on there. I mean open and close. This is where it closed at. So this is here where the price opened. This is where it closed, lows and highs. This here shows indecision. This shows that there are sellers on this side. There's buyers up here. They fought. It was a good battle. They pretty much closed in the middle. Sometimes it get even smaller. It may be even like that. So anytime you see where it's big wicks on the top and the bottom, that means this is an indecision candle. And if the body is all small, but the wicks are all bigger, that is an indecision candle. You want to stay away from that trade. The next candles you guys want to pay attention to is rejection candles. We call these rejection candles. It shows you rejection in the price. All right. I want to go ahead and break one down. Let's go ahead and make this a rejection candle. All right. So what you see here in front of you is called a rejection candle. It rejected price down here. So this thing could have been going down. You see this big wick. This means buyers stepped in and pushed this price up. When it comes to rejection candles, it usually doesn't matter what color the body is. So this can be a green or a red candle. If you have rejection coming in at the lows like this, remember I told you guys the wicks tell you a story. They tell you that this is where the buyers is. So if this candle is red, but this long wick on here, there are still buyers in this area. Be careful. And vice versa. If you see a candle that looks like this, this shows another rejection. This is a rejection from the buyers or the sellers. The sellers stepped in here. This is where the seller stepped in. So it don't matter what color the body is. It could be green or red. But if you see a huge wick like this, it's showing sellers are present. Remember, the wick is very important when it comes to reading candles. Understand the three types of candles: rejection candles, indecision candles, and strength candles. And again, I want y'all to understand the three main types of candles: rejection candles, indecision candles, and strength candles. If you learn those three candles, you will make a lot of money. You only have to master one, but learn all three. All right? If you like videos like this, if you like content like this, please like, subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know what type of video I should do next. Share it with a friend. I'm out. See you in the next one.